Well, I'm going to show a product that actually totally cured my power steering problem. I had a slight problem with it when I was backing out the driveway when it's first cold. I turned the wheel all the way to the left, then I would turn it to the right to go out to the road, and it would stick. It always stick when I went back to the right. Now, what I did was I actually pumped the fluid out a couple times and actually put some type of power steering fluid conditioner, power steering pump conditioner for the seals. Put some of that stuff in there. But you know, I got the idea of using Duralube. The reason I got the idea of using this was because on my Harley transmission, my Harley Davidson, it's a manual transmission. I found out, now I had that bike since January 1st, 1990. I found out about 6 months after I got that bike, putting 1 ounce of this stuff in the transmission made it buttery smooth to find neutral when you're at a standstill, and it made it shift a lot better. It's just 1 ounce of this stuff, and this is the one for automatic transmissions. Okay, this is not for engines. This is not Duralube for engines. This is for automatic transmissions. So what I did was I used a pump. I pumped out, used a suction pump. The old suction pump I have is 40 years old. Took the cap off, it suctioned out the power steering fluid, and I put this whole damn bottle in there. And you know what? It is quiet as a mouse. I could start the car up cold, turn the wheel all the way to the left, and it won't bind when I'm going to the right. You used to have to warm up. It has really nothing to do with the end. When it's really cold out, it would be like a real bitch. But even this does it when it's warm. Right now, it's not really warm. It's not 90. It's about 70. But even does it when it's 90 degrees out. Let me show you how it works. It's unbelievably quiet, and the power steering pump makes absolutely no noise when I'm turning it, even when it's on dry ground. Now this camera picks up noise pretty good, but I'll go all the way to the left and you can listen. You won't hear a damn thing. This is ice cold. Go all the way right. It would never do that. It would get stuck. It would get stuck when you switched. So, absolutely flawless. Flawless. I don't think anybody ever thought of doing that. It's quiet as a mouse. Can't hear nothing. Listen. Very little. It's on dry ground. You used to never do that. And when I went to, like I said, I went all the way to the left, and then when it was first started up, and then try to go all the way to the right, it would always bind. No more. Quiet as all hell. So that's a hot tip. That's a hot tip. You would not think that shit would, excuse me, you wouldn't think that stuff would work. But you know, it's something, like I said, I've been using in the Harley Davidson transmission, the manual transmission, not all that stuff, just an ounce or two. It makes it find the gears like butter, especially finding neutral when you're, what do you call it? You're at a standstill, you're at a light, you know how in a motorcycle sometimes it's hard to find neutral. Ever since I put 2 ounces of that stuff in the Harley Trans, you can find neutral easy. I've been doing that now for the last 25 years. And I never thought of putting it in the power steering pump. Man, that cured that problem big time, big time. It wasn't much of a problem anymore, but that was something that aggravated me, because every time I pulled out of the driveway, that wheel would bind up on me because I make a hard left to back out and then make a hard right to go onto the road. It would just bind up on me. I have to wait a minute till it unbounds. No more. It's freaking flawless. Been checking it the last 2 weeks. It hasn't given me a problem at all. So that's the product to use in your power steering. Duralube automatic transmission product stuff. I don't see why, you know, nobody's, well, it worked for me, man. It worked for me. It took me umpteen years to figure this out. And I figured I'd pass it on. So there you go.